Welcome to NMS studio. So today we are going to discuss about the lesson 2 of our senior secondary course, that is Krishi production, processing and marketing. So our topic of discussion today is importance of agriculture in Indian economy. So before discussing, let's understand what are the learning objectives today. After this session, we are going to identify the different sectors of Indian economy. Also, we will also be able to explain about how agriculture acts as a source of food, feed and fiber. Further, we will also analyze the role of agriculture in supplying the raw material to the industries, and last one will be we will also examine how this agriculture contributes to the employment generation as well as the international trade of our country. So let's first understand how the agricultural sector in India has been transformed. So at first our country was a food deficit country. At that time our country was struggling to feed its population. So in that period the India actually used to import the food grain from the outside countries. But after that, due to farmers' effort and as well as due to the effect of green revolution, this food security part of our agriculture has been achieved, and with the help of the millions of farmers, this successful achievement has come to India. And third one will be the scientific advancement. In the last lesson we have knew that this discipline of agriculture is a scientific in nature, and here if we scientifically manage the land, soil as well as water and the crop, then we will be able to achieve higher profit as well as higher return. And the fourth will be the government support. The government of India also provides various scheme as well as various incentive for cultivation of agricultural product as well as their market spread. So in this regard there are various central and state sponsored scheme which can help the farmers. And the last one will be food surplus. Actually from the food deficit to food surplus country, this has been achieved due to combined effort of farmer, scientific community as well as government support. And as we are a food surplus country, now we can export our food product to other poor country, or we can say the other food starved countries of the world. Now let's understand what are the different sectors of economy and how this sector function in a country. And based on the nature, the Indian economy has been divided into three major sector. That first one is primary sector, second is the secondary sector, and third one is the tertiary or service sector. In case of primary sector, it mainly deals with extraction of natural resources and they convert it into other usable form. Coming to the secondary sector, here actually the products we got from the primary sector through the process of manufacturing as well as processing, they gets converted into the other type of product, or we can say the value added product, and this is the called secondary sector. And the third group will be the tertiary sector. Actually this sector do not produce any goods itself. They actually the provider of services for successful or smooth functioning of primary sector as well as secondary sector. So let's first understand about what is the primary sector. So we have already knew that it is about extraction and production of raw material using the natural resources, and this primary sector consists of many subsectors. First one is agriculture, second is the forestry, that is the cultivation and management of forestry, the forest trees. Third will be the fishery, it is the scientific cultivation of fishes in the ponds or in the artificially made pond. And the third one will be the mining. Through the activity of mining we can extract the various types of precious metals from the earth. And the last activity in this primary sector will be quarrying. Coming to the secondary sector, we have knew that it is the changing of natural product into the other form through the ways of manufacturing as well as processing. And in this sector there are various types of example. With the help of manufacturing we can produce the steel, also there is the weaving of cloth, and lastly there is the using of cotton fiber from the plant for weaving the cloth. And these are the mainly examples of secondary sector. Coming to the tertiary sector, these are also known as a service sector, which provides services for the smooth functioning of the primary as well as secondary sector. Actually there are various examples of the tertiary sectors, like there are transport, storage, trade, packaging, also banking as well as insurance. So we have understood that how Indian economy is functioning. Let's understand that what are the foundation of Indian agriculture. Actually this Indian agriculture stands on the 4 pillar, that is livelihood generation, it is a part of civilization, culture as well as heritage. Coming to the livelihood generation, agriculture is the major employer in our country. Here the millions of farmers are engaged in agriculture for livelihood generation. Coming to the civilization, agriculture has shaped the cultural as well as the societal structure of India, and which has ultimately shaped the civilization in the Indian subcontinent. Coming to the culture, agriculture is deeply intertwined with the Indian tradition as well as heritage, and we all know that in being a agrarian nation, and the farmers in India practice the various types of culture in the different regions of the world, and with the help of agriculture this culture has been transported from generation to generation. Coming to the heritage, agriculture actually preserves the historical practices as well as the knowledge passed down through the generation. Let's understand about the multifaceted role of agriculture in India. Agriculture, it is a broad term. Under the discipline of agriculture there are various subsectors, like there may be crop production, or we can say that the main theme of or main sector of agriculture. There are other subsectors like horticulture, livestock management, fisheries as well as forestry. Forestry mainly deals with the management as well as conservation of forest. Coming to the crop production, it is the cultivation or the scientific ways of raising the various crops. Coming to the horticulture, it is the another subsector, or we can say the one of the most important sectors of agriculture in India. It is mainly deals with cultivation of fruits, vegetables as well as ornamental plant. The third is the livestock management. We all know that the livestock are important component of agriculture, and it is intricately they are actually intricately connected with the main agricultural activity. It actually deals with the raising as well as care of animals for the agriculture purposes, and from livestock we can get the various types of products like meal as well as leather, wool, etc. And we can also use these livestock animal for various types of agricultural operation. Coming to the fourth group, that is the fishery. It is the harvesting as well as farming of fish and other aquatic life. We all know that the fishery sector is a booming sector in India as well as the world, and this fishery sector can bring much higher profit than the conventional agricultural practices. So let's understand about the growth of agriculture in India since its independence. During the period of independence, there was a deficit of food production. Like at the period of 1950 and 51, there was the 51 metric ton of fruit production, but as per the latest data in the year 2022, it has been transformed into 300 and it has been transformed into 316 million ton. And also in this period, India has become the largest producer of milk, pulses as well as jute, and also it has become the second largest producer of rice, wheat, fruits as well as vegetables. Now let's understand what are the modernization that has been happened in the sector of agriculture. And we all know that the practice of agriculture in India, it is mostly a age old practice. So the traditional tillage as well as the traditional agricultural implements are quite common in the agricultural practice in India, but we cannot achieve higher yield or higher profit with the help of these age old agricultural tools as well as implements. So here is the main importance of mechanized tools like tractor, harvester and thresher. With the help of tractor, we can plow our soil in a very short span of time, and with the help of harvester and thresher, we can harvest as well as thresh our crop in a very short amount of time, and also we can manage them very efficiently, and we will sell them in quick time in the market. Coming to the irrigation technique, now there are various efficient irrigation technique like sprinkler irrigation, drip irrigation. They are all the part of the concept of micro irrigation. And we all know the flooding was the main source of irrigation in India. However, in case of flooding, there is the more wastage of water. So if we go for sprinkler, or we can say the drip irrigation, there we can save the water for our future generation. Coming to the use of digital technology, that is the drone, Internet of Things, sensor, weather forecasting. Actually the world is moving now towards the precision agriculture, and with the help of precision agriculture, we can manage the agricultural inputs like fertilizer, water or pesticide in the real time basis. Here actually the plants are given the inputs when they require that amount, and with the help of this drone, IoT or sensor, we can actually identify when plants are in need for this nutrient. And coming to the weather forecasting, we all know that due to climate change and global warming, there is a large shift in climatic pattern. So if we know the coming days weather in advance, we can manage our agricultural operation accordingly. So we will be able to avoid the hazardous effect of sudden climate change. Now let's understand about role of agriculture in Indian economy. Actually, the agriculture is the main pillar in Indian economy in 4 ways. In the first way, it is the main provider of food, feed as well as fiber. Next, it will generate the employment and income for its population. It also supplies the raw material to the industries, and the fourth, it also supports the trade as well as it actually contributes to the GDP. So dear learners, let's take a break. After that we will understand that each of these role in detail.
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने। जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने,
धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो, धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो।
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो,
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो।
मित्रों हम उठे और जागे,
मंजिल आने की ध्वनि सुने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने।
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने।
राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विद्यालय का है द्वार खुला सबकी खातिर। शिक्षा परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर।
शिक्षा और परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर दुनिया में इसके केंद्र बहुत,
कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने। कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने,
आ,
स्वयं बने,
Welcome back, dear learners. So we are discussing about role of agriculture in Indian economy. So we have understood that what are the main role of agriculture in economy. So let's discuss about in detail what are the sources of food, feed and fiber. Let's understand about the role of agriculture as a source of food. Coming to the cereal, pulse, oilseed as well as fruits and vegetable, these are the mainly the grouping of agricultural these are actually the grouping of various types of agricultural crop. In the group of cereal, there are mainly the crops which are grassy type in nature, that is the rice, wheat as well as maize. Coming to the pulses, pulses are mainly rich in protein. These groups include the red gram, black gram, gram as well as the chickpea, and also there is the lentil as well as soybean. Coming to the oil seeds, from the oil seeds we can get the various types of oil. These are mainly the groundnut, sunflower and sesame. Coming to the fruits and vegetables, fruits and vegetables are required to maintain the nutrition in our body. These are mainly the mango, potato, tomato, onion, which are mainly used in our everyday food items. Coming to the feed and fodder, and feed and fodder, these are the actually main source of nutrition for our livestock animals. For the fodder crops for livestock like the barsi, maize and sorghum, they are mainly used. There are actually two types of fodder. One is the green fodder, another one is the dry fodder. The green fodders are those which are cut and fed to our livestock instantly. Coming to the dry fodder, these are actually the dried leaves of our fodder crop, which are mainly used for which are mainly actually made to use it in the future when the green fodders are not available. Also there are various types of feed cakes like groundnut cake as well as sunflower cake, which are very much helpful for the cattle health. Coming to the fiber crops, these are the one of the most important cash crop in India. They can provide the fiber for clothing as well as ropes. Their examples are cotton, jute, hemp and coir. And the fibers we got from this plant, they are mainly used for the apparel production, and they are called the natural fiber as they come from the plant. And we all know that there are also various types of synthetic fiber in the market, but these synthetic fibers are artificially made in the factory and they are not biodegradable in nature. So if we go for the use of natural fiber, these are actually biodegradable in nature and they are very much eco-friendly. Coming to our next pillar, that is the agriculture as a source of income. We all know that the 55% of Indian population depends on agriculture for their main livelihood, and we have also understood that there are also various types of allied activity in the term agriculture like livestock, poultry, fishery, forestry, and the various peoples are associated with these allied activities, and agriculture along with this allied activity stabilizes our rural economy as well as supports the small farmers. Coming to the fourth pillar, that is the employment in the agriculture. We all know that the agriculture is the largest employment provider in India, and almost 72% population in agriculture was dependent on farming at the time of independence. However, with the growth of other sector, that is the secondary sector as well as tertiary sector, this employment contribution has been reduced to now around 55%. Coming to the variation of farmer income across the state, we all know that the India is a geographically diverse country, so for its soil as well as the climate, and as a result the various types of crops are grown as well as harvested in the various parts of India. So as a result the monthly income in these states also varies in India from one region to another, because we all know that the various crops fetch the various prices in the market. According to a study, it has been found that the average income of a farmer in India is around 6,426 rupees per month. However, this is a average value, it can vary region to region. Actually, this average income is high in Punjab and while it is lowest in Bihar. Next, let's understand about the new employment opportunities in the sector of agriculture. Agriculture is a evolving profession. Here actually with the generation of new technologies, the new employment opportunities are coming in this sector. Nowadays any agricultural student or any interested person can take up the various types of agri startup. They will also start the warehousing as well as cold storage. There are also good opportunities in processing as well as packaging industries, and they also became part of farmer producer organization and they also harvest the profit from the market. Coming to the role of agriculture as a supplier of raw material. Agriculture provides the base material for various agro-based industries like sugar, textile as well as edible oil. It also supports various types of beverage industries like tea and coffee, and also they support the rubber industries. And these tea, coffee as well as rubber, these are grown in a particular region of India. So this region mainly benefit from this cultivation of tea, coffee as well as rubber. Particularly for the tea, it has been found that these are well grown in the hilly region. So mostly the Assam and the Darjeeling district of West Bengal, they actually benefit from tea cultivation. Also these agriculture also provide the base material for the processed food products as well as the dairy items. Coming to the role of agriculture in the international trade. In our country, there are approximately 12.4% of total exports are agricultural commodities. It actually the worth of around US $49.6 billion, and among the various items that has been traded in the international market, the rice, sugar, spice, meat, cotton, these are the main commodities. Now let's understand about export trends that has been occurred between 2017 and 2022. In this period, the export of non-basmati rice has increased sharply. Also the wheat export rose to 7,234,000 tons in the year of 2021 and 22, and most of the exported items are fruit, vegetables and meat. Now let's understand what are the contribution of agriculture in our national income. During the period of independence, this agriculture sector contributed 50% of the national income. However, during the year 2020-23, it has been reduced around 15%. So this reduction is mainly due to the contribution from the secondary sector as well as tertiary sector. However, this agriculture is still a key for rural livelihood as well as economic growth of India. Now let's understand about what are the sectoral share of gross domestic product within the period 1960 to 2023. It has been found that in this around 63 year, the share of agriculture has been decreased from 43.7% to 15.1%, while in case of industry it has been increased from 15.8% to around 30%, whereas the contribution of service sector has been improved from around 40% to 54%. So dear learners, thank you for attending the today's class. I hope you have understood about how the agriculture contributes to the Indian economy. In the next class, we will discuss the third lesson, that is characteristics of Indian agriculture. So thank you very much. Till then, goodbye.